Welcome to Cultivate Communications' latest podcast series, 7 Steps to Accelerate Sales. Your hosts, Ethan Vandehey and Bob Wendt, will take you inside the 7 critical steps you can take to fast-track your revenue growth. You'll learn a proven marketing process that will take your sales to new heights. Today, they'll be examining the second step, defining your ideal customer profile. Here are Ethan Vandehey and Bob Wendt.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 7 Steps to Accelerate Sales. This is episode 2 of 7, and we are excited to dive in alongside Bob Wendt about the second video, which is Ideal Customer Profile. This video is going to be exciting. I call this ICP for short.
Sure.
So, Bob, why don't you dive in a little bit about what ICP is for the audience?
So ideal customer profiles are really all about really doing the extra work needed to really define who your clients are or really who your ideal client is. So there's a lot of resources, a lot of times wasted on marketing to or calling on people that really just aren't a fit for whatever reason. And we don't find out about it until we've kind of gone a little bit deep into the sales process, or, we've kind of flushed some people out through a marketing effort only to find that that lead's not good, or there really wasn't a good fit. So again, the extra work that's done up front, just like the go-to-market plan, the little extra work that's done up front to create an ideal client profile is intended to help you accelerate sales, to get to a sales win faster, because you're starting to communicate with people that really are better fit for you based on whatever information you define as an ideal client.
Yeah, can you explain that benefit a little bit more? Because I think most people are going to be like, well, Bob, anybody I can get as a client, I want to take it.
Right, and that's sometimes the problem with sales teams is they'll go after anybody that they think is a good client. And a lot of times they're good. Salespeople are super intuitive, but a lot of times they're bringing business to the table that's just not good for you. You're spending too much time in kind of doing and responding to an RFP, or you get to the point where you really don't, the product doesn't really match what the clients want to gets done. So again, the ideal client profiles will help you kind of step back and do that. So there's kind of 2 components to creating an ideal client profile. There's explicit information, information that you can glean through data sources, right? You can find out how big they are and who the contacts are, and a little bit about their products. It's fairly easy to do that. The harder part of creating an ideal client profile is the implicit information. What's really going on in the organization? Are they trying to scale? Are they trying to launch? What are they doing to try to grow? What's their competitive situations? A lot of times that can only be gleaned through sales contact, right? So you really need to have, kind of marketing and sales, again, working together to build an ideal client profile, so that, you are really focused on the people that you want, not only from a marketing standpoint, but from a sales standpoint also.
Yeah, so I was just going to ask you then, what's like the best way to use this worksheet that, we have right in front of us, and the audience you have available as well?
So again, it starts with some research. If you don't have data tools like Zoom or Lead 411, D&B, then you're going to have to do a little bit of work. But again, start with the things that are easily available to you to understand. Gaining that insights really kind of helps you not only create an ideal client profile, but if you want to start to market and segment, you can kind of put people into groups based on their size, who they are within the organization. You could do a lot of different things. So there's a huge amount of benefit to that. So again, some of the things that we're calling out for can easily be figured out using some data tool sets. But again, the more challenging part is getting the implicit information. But the idea is to kind of boil it down so you can focus your sales and marketing effort on the right people. And so as you're getting inputs from sales, as that's coming into your CRM and you're building a bigger profile, you really are refining who you're going after, both from a sales and marketing standpoint. Again, huge benefits in how you use your resources, and the whole thing is, the whole idea of it is to kind of shorten your sales cycle, get to a win faster than you would without doing the workshops and doing the work.
Yeah, absolutely. The sales funnel is definitely going to be shortened when you find your ICP. One of the things I wanted to ask you is, how do we collect all of this information? You said Lead 411, you said a couple other examples, but what happens when there's a certain amount of information where you might just feel stuck because you can't gather it?
Right. I mean, again, you really have to have a team effort. It really requires your sales team to participate. If they are understanding the value of the inputs that they're putting into their CRM system, what they're going to get out of it, you're just building a much more robust profile of who your ideal clients are. And if your salespeople understand, who you want to go after and why you want to go after them, again, the whole idea is focus and, getting to wins faster than, just kind of calling on anybody. So we see it super effective. Again, it takes a little bit of work, but the end results outweigh the efforts that are being put into it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think overall, this worksheet's going to really help people, target and work together like you talked about with the sales and marketing team. Are those the individuals that need to be together on this process, or is there other stakeholders that need to be included as well?
I think, again, it's primarily the responsibility of sales and marketing. Again, marketing has the tool sets to kind of find the explicit information, and those tool sets are dynamic and they're changing all the time. As AI influences better understanding of what's happening within organizations, that's getting populated within tools like Zoom, et cetera, et cetera. So you really have just an incredible amount of more resources. Again, not to just find basic information about what the attributes of the company are, but a little bit about what's going on within that organization that really can lend some insights in how to build out the ideal client profile. Sales is absolutely critical. Again, if you don't have a CRM system, you're at a big disadvantage. You can't collect that data on the fly. But solid CRM systems like HubSpot have an incredible amount of ability to kind of define your ideal client, to rate them, and to make sure that you're spending your sales and marketing efforts on the right people.
Yeah. Is there any other key components we want to cover in episode 2, Ideal Customer Profile, Bob?
Again, just a reminder that it takes a little bit of work, but again, from our experience, the benefits outweigh any little effort that's needed. So the worksheet's intended to give you a starting point. It's kind of asking you those critical questions, and it's easy for you kind of work it out with you and your sales team. And if you're looking for more help, just let Cultivate know. And then again, hopefully you get an opportunity to join us for the rest of our series. The next video that we're going to do is on developing a customer experience design. It's going to be super exciting.
You've just finished watching Step 2 of the 7 Steps to Accelerate Sales podcast with your hosts, Ethan Vandehey and Bob Wendt. Next on deck is Step 3 in our series, Identifying the Best Customer Experience, where they will demonstrate how you can examine and determine the elements of a great customer experience. Remember, you can download all of the worksheets for the entire series and watch other step videos as they are available at 7stepstoaccelerateSales.com.